So the final of the 5 R's that I want to talk to you about is the one that I'm most concerned about now, and is that moving diversity management to the point of actually getting tangible business results as a result of managing the diversity that is inevitable in our organizations. The problem with the first 4 R's is not that they're bad, it's that they're incomplete. That work will never get us to the promised land. It would never create for us the real value that diversity management was intended to provide in the first place. When Dr. Roosevelt Thomas first started this movement back in the 80s, the idea was that let's recognize a new reality. That new reality is, whether we like it or not, the world is becoming more diverse. And let's recognize also that we're not equipped to manage that diversity in the way that we have traditionally managed organizations. There's what I call an evolution of management theory. Diversity management is one of those management theories. Over time, it takes people a little while to get used to the idea. At first, there's a lot of enthusiasm about the idea, just as there was with diversity management. And then over time, when people don't see results, they kind of lose interest. So right now, we're kind of at the bottom of the nadir for diversity management. What I'm trying to promote and what this process is all about is the time has come for us to revitalize and reinvigorate the diversity management movement so that we actually get full value from what it purported. The 5th R is results. Management, leadership in any organization can tolerate a theory only so long. What they want to know is, how do I translate that into a practical process that allows me to consistently and repetitively get better business results? That's what the 5th R is all about. The 5th R works best at the local versus the macro level. What we've discovered is that a small team in a small plant utilizing this structure are more apt to get better results than if you take a 100,000 person organization and try to roll this out at the macro level. It's about getting the small incremental results first and then ramping them up to the major results for the organization. The results for diversity management are not the things that we have traditionally been measuring in this field. These are standard business results: efficiency, increased revenue, reduced costs, better ways of doing things, more innovation, performance, productivity gains. Those are the things that your CEO gets up in the morning worrying about. Those are the things that really drive the success of the business. If diversity management is not contributing to those standard business measurements, then it deserves to die. I'll say that again. Diversity management only matters to the extent that it helps to solve business problems and to increase business performance. I spent a week, just to demonstrate this process, I spent a week with one of my clients in a manufacturing plant. They were in the process of doing lean manufacturing. And I had come up with 7 ways of utilizing diversity management in a process we call deliberate diversity. I went there not as a consultant, but as a resource person, someone who didn't know manufacturing, didn't work in that plant, didn't work for this company, but just came in with a fresh and different perspective. As a result of my time there, I developed 8 recommendations for them to help improve their process, just based on my observation. They adopted 4 of them. As a result of that, they have accounted for at least a 30% increase in the outcomes that they're getting in the improvement process they're going through right now. That was just a simple example of the value of using diversity management as a strategy and as a capability. What we want to do now is to teach more people how to use this capability and to get more examples of where it actually works and how to use it even more effectively. It's not enough to have diversity. You have to know how to manage it. And managing it is where the value is. And the value can be tremendous for many organizations. I invite you to join me on this journey. The fifth R is where we need to be in the 21st century.